the heat that small business owners are facing every single day, it's cool. Because when you lose your business that you've invested your lifetime, 10, 20 years, you and your family, when you work 14, 16, 18 hours a day, and you go to try to renew your lease, and the landlord says to you, before we even begin to talk about a lease, I'd like to have $5, $10, $15, $20,000 in cash before we can begin.
Now, we stand here today to say once and for all that small business is the backbone of this city. The talk ends here today. We have to pass Councilmember Jackson's mediation bill. The escalating rents in this city are out of control. The landlords are out of control. They need to be regulated. The real estate industry in this city has to be told, you don't control the agenda anymore. The people of this city do. Let's have the hearing, let's have the vote, let's end escalating rents, and let's end, once and for all, the illegal extortion that goes on by unscrupulous landlords for money under the table by small business owners to renew their lease or sell their business. Having a business is part of the American dream, and small business owners need to be protected, and we're here to say we're going to stop this nonsense once and for all. The talk ends here today, and now we talk about action.
Sign off the bill! Sign off the bill! Sign off the bill!
I'm also own Millennium Recycled Toner. As a small business owner, my landlord is choking me. Why? Because my lease went up and he wants to put it 10 times more what it's worth. And luckily I went to court and I won. But the judge said if I would have had this law, then he would have been able to help me more.
I'm here to stand in support of this legislation. We all say and we all know that small business is the backbone of the economy here in New York City. And yet, as our small businesses thrive and prosper, they are then faced with the daunting challenge of, in many cases, renewing their lease. And when the more successful that business is in making success, the more daunting the challenge could be when they renew their lease, because that property is all of a sudden made that much more valuable because of the small business that's a tenant there. This is why we need to have this kind of legislation that will protect the owners of small businesses against many of these very difficult practices that have been perpetrated by the big landlords.
I'm standing here in support of the bill. As Kenyon mentioned, you know, it wasn't the small businesses in our community that literally created the financial crisis that we're in. They are not the ones that are doing massive unemployment. So in this case, we need to stand behind our small business community, and as a city we have a responsibility of putting forward legislation that will guarantee the survival of these small businesses. So I ask that not only our colleagues that have not signed on this bill do so, but I also ask on the administration to be supportive. If we're really going to have a New York City that is for everyone, then small businesses must be included in that equation. Everyone has to be protected. So, as we have this hearing, we're going to ask critical questions.
First question is, do you believe that escalating rents are the major problem facing mom and pop small businesses? A simple yes or no. Is that the #1 issue of facing small businesses today?
I can't say it's a yes or a no. There are certainly a lot of concerns expressed about the high cost of doing business in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Decreased commercial customers during the economic downturn is certainly a big impact on a lot of businesses.
Bye.